The Middle East, a region long embroiled in conflict, stands at a crossroads. A fragile ceasefire with Hezbollah, brokered by the United States in late 2024, offered a glimmer of hope. The agreement, intended to halt a grueling 14-month war, mandated an Israeli withdrawal from southern Lebanon. In return, Hezbollah was to redeploy its fighters and weaponry north of the Litani River. The 60-day truce aimed to pave the way for substantive negotiations and a lasting peace. However, the shadow of the ongoing crisis in Gaza looms large. The recent prisoner exchange, where Israel agreed to release 602 Palestinian prisoners, underscores the complexity of the situation. Among those set to be freed are individuals arrested after the Hamas attack on October 7, 2023, as well as those serving lengthy sentences, some even life imprisonment. The exchange is a testament to the delicate balance sought in this volatile region. This fragile peace is further tested by the tragic case of the Bibas family. Ariel, aged 4, and his 10-month-old brother Kfir were kidnapped along with their mother Shiri during the Hamas incursion on October 7th. The return of their bodies, part of the prisoner exchange, offered a bittersweet moment of closure, yet it also ignited new tensions and heartbreak. The world watches with bated breath, hoping for a peaceful resolution to these interconnected crises. The path forward remains fraught with challenges, demanding diplomacy, understanding, and a commitment to peace from all parties involved. The return of the Bibas children's bodies was met with a mix of relief and anguish. While offering some solace to the grieving family, it also deepened the mystery surrounding their fate. The Israeli Defense Forces, after examining the remains, made a chilling accusation. Hamas, they claimed, had murdered the young boys with their bare hands. Adding to the controversy, the IDF asserted that the body presented as Kfir Bibas, the children's mother, was not hers. This discrepancy fueled further distrust and fueled demands for clarification. Hamas, while acknowledging the possibility of an error, attributed it to the chaotic aftermath of Israeli airstrikes, suggesting bodies may have been commingled. The IDF has shared its intelligence and forensic findings with international partners, seeking to validate its claims. However, until independent verification is obtained, the truth remains elusive. This lack of clarity only intensifies the anguish of the bereaved family and fuels the fires of mistrust between the two sides. The international community finds itself navigating a minefield of accusations and counter-accusations. The need for a transparent and impartial investigation is paramount, not only to uncover the truth but also to prevent further escalation of the conflict. The world waits with bated breath, hoping for answers and a commitment to justice. Amidst the geopolitical complexities, the human cost of this conflict is starkly evident in the plight of the Bibas family. Their world shattered with the abduction of their loved ones, and their grief is now compounded by uncertainty and accusations. The pain of losing young Ariel and Kfir is immeasurable, further intensified by the dispute surrounding their mother's remains. The family, grappling with unimaginable loss, has publicly condemned Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. They accuse him of abandoning their loved ones during their captivity, demanding an apology for what they perceive as a failure to secure their release. Their anguish, raw and palpable, lays bare the human toll exacted by this protracted conflict. Their grief has resonated far beyond the borders of Israel, prompting an outpouring of sympathy and support. Argentina, home to the children's grandparents, declared 2 days of national mourning, reflecting the global impact of this tragedy. The Bibas family's story serves as a poignant reminder of the human lives torn apart by the enduring conflict in the Middle East. Their call for answers, for justice, and for accountability echoes across the world. It underscores the urgent need for a peaceful resolution, a future where families no longer have to endure such unimaginable suffering. The world watches, mourns with them, and hopes for a day when such tragedies are relegated to the history books. As the Middle East grapples with this multifaceted crisis, diplomatic efforts continue on multiple fronts. Arab and Gulf leaders recently convened in Saudi Arabia, seeking alternative solutions to the ongoing Gaza crisis. The meeting, attended by representatives from Jordan, Qatar, the UAE, Kuwait, and Bahrain, signaled a united front against the more hardline approach proposed by the Trump administration. The leaders, including those from Saudi Arabia and the UAE, expressed their opposition to Trump's plan to displace Palestinians from Gaza. Instead, they championed a two-state solution, emphasizing the need for a just and lasting peace. Egypt presented a proposal, potentially involving a substantial financial commitment over several years, as a possible path forward. While these diplomatic endeavors offer a glimmer of hope, the situation remains volatile. The recent explosions targeting empty Israeli buses in the West Bank highlight the ever-present threat of violence. Netanyahu's response, ordering increased troop deployments and operations against centers of terrorism in the West Bank, underscores the precarious nature of the peace. The international community watches with cautious optimism, hoping that dialogue and diplomacy will prevail. The road ahead remains fraught with challenges, demanding unwavering commitment from all parties to choose the path of peace over the cycle of violence and retribution. The fate of the Middle East, and the countless lives affected by this enduring conflict, hangs in the balance.